Yeah, play rankings. Let's get back into it. I'm Steve Hall. I am joined by Jamie Cranford, who is over at the board. Yeah, we're going to rank each of the Liverpool players based on your votes throughout the course of the game in what was an absolute bonkers game of football. Liverpool v Spurs is always bananas. It's another game where a team got 2 players sent off. This time it was them, not us. There were goals, there were injuries, there was controversy. Just absolute chaos. It seems to happen when these 2 teams play. But thankfully, it was Liverpool who came out on top. Yeah, we'll go back to front shortly, but I'm going to start today's show. Let's talk about Florian Wirtz. Gets his assist. It's been a long time coming. I don't think the one against Sunderland kind of counted because it was an own goal, whatever. Jamie, 47.2% of our voters put Florian Wirtz in the boss category. Some stats for you. 104 touches of the ball, 4 out of 5 dribbles completed, 2 chances created, one of which is an assist. He has a shot on target as well, 7 recoveries, 100% tackles as well, so defensively doing his job. It was, again, Florian Wirtz isn't at his absolute best, AJ, but 47% of people vote him as boss. Would you go along with that one?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll just pop him up as boss now.
Get him in there, that's what we want. Get him in that top category, Paul. What did you make of his performance, Jay?
Yeah, I agree. I thought he was really good. We just gave him man of the match at the end of the game there, although we were a bit frazzled after a nervy seeing out of the game against 9 men. Yeah, I was really impressed with his second half performance. I thought first half he was pretty good. He has the wonderful take where he takes the ball, does a little roulette turn, gets the shot off. That's the quality we paid for. That's the quality we want to see. But it was the little switch at half time. Obviously, we're playing against 10 men. Me and you decried the lack of width. Immediately, you see it in the first 2 minutes of the second half. He starts pulling wide. He starts getting some little bit of interplay with Kerkez. He's feeding Kerkez at times, which we haven't seen enough of this season. Kerkez is getting crosses in. He gets his assist. It was a mistake from Spurs. They cleared the ball. It breaks to Liverpool. But then it's perfect from Liverpool from that point on. Ekitike switches it to Wirtz. Wirtz picks the perfect pass to Alexander Isak, who finishes. This is what we've paid all this money for on both counts. People have been having a go at him for not getting the goals and assists. I mean, I've been amongst them. I've been frustrated against him. I was frustrated against him the other day against Sunderland until he got that goal, which ended up being an own goal. This is what we want to see more from him, especially given he's the icing of the cake, really. He's the one that's been brought in when we're struggling to break sides down. He's got that quality on the ball. He's got such a beautiful touch. He can spot a pass, his back heels, his flicks, his vision, his awareness. I thought all of that was on display today in the second half. We needed to break down Spurs. If it had gone on 0-0 for a long time, they could have been stubborn. It could have been much more difficult. But yeah, he was the one who he started unlocking them, I thought, down the left-hand side early on in the game. Drifts inside as well. Yeah, really good performance from him today, and I agree with our viewers. I think he should be down as boss for today.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like I say, we don't know. He did limp off towards the end. I don't know if that was a bit of cramp, a little bit of a tight hamstring as he sprints after a loose ball. So we'll see how he is for next week. But yeah, again, Isak gets injured as well, which is ideal because you said there, Jay, that's kind of what we paid the money for. You know, it's Ekitike to Wirtz to Isak. That's what we've been waiting to see. We see it. Isak, it looks a bad one. Hopefully it's not, but I'm not holding my breath on that one, unfortunately. With Wirtz, hopefully it's not too bad. They've got a week. Maybe he can see how he goes. But it felt, Jay, especially in that second half, I don't know if it was the manager's choice or it was Florian Wirtz's choice. Obviously, Liverpool make the sub. Bradley, I don't know if he's injured either, by the way. It was one of those games. He goes off, Isak comes on. It allows Wirtz to kind of do what he wants, but the decision is made to get him wide left, and he finds that space constantly. Spurs are very narrow. And he does look threatening in that position. Him and Kerkez have a few link-ups as well. You can clearly see he's a very intelligent player. He's got a bit going for him. Isn't quite 100% back to the levels we saw from Florian Wirtz in the Bundesliga that made Liverpool pay all of this money to sign him. But it feels like in recent weeks things have been getting a little bit better for him. I think he finds himself on the bench for a while, and we're all a bit like, we know he's good. It's not quite happening. It feels like in recent weeks, and including today, you're seeing those like green shoots of life from Wirtz.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I thought he took a little bit of time to settle in. I was initially worried when he came in. just about his physicality. I thought he wanted too long on the ball. He's obviously, he's a bit of a genius on the ball, really. He got the back of a Kenny Dalglish, which is high praise indeed, the other week. But I was just a little bit worried the first few weeks we saw him that, he wanted too long on the ball. He wasn't physically big enough to kind of cut it in the centre of midfield. We've seen him a bit wider left today. I know he's done that for Germany, and I know he's done that for Leverkusen in the past. Part of the reason that sold him to come to Liverpool was Slot had this plan for him, and we all assumed, right, well, it's going to be part of a midfield three, the kind of the tip of the spear, if you like, playing those probing passes, getting shots off, beating people. But he's equally adept at coming in off the left-hand side, and I think today he potentially, along with Slot, isolated that little weakness there. They wanted us to funnel and really narrow. We saw an opportunity. We saw some overlaps from Kerkez. Wirtz started exploiting that. He had some nice interplay inside with the likes of Ekitike and Curtis Jones. So I think he's been definitely improved. I think he's got a lot more to come. I think he's got a really high ceiling. I don't think we've seen the absolute best of Wirtz. We've seen it in fits and starts. But I think he's put together a promising run of performances here. And if he can put in another 5 or 10 really consistent performances as Liverpool improve as a side, hopefully between now and the end of the season, we can finally start seeing him at his best. Silence the doubters. Liverpool improve, Wirtz improves. I think it will all come as one big package, because he's one of the men alongside the likes of Ekitike and Isak who are going to take this team forward in the coming years.
Fingers crossed, like I say, the injury, we don't know at this time. The manager had his press conference, he kind of had an update on anyone, so hopefully we'll wait and see on Wirtz. But Liverpool, suspensions and injuries all over the place. They've got a week off to try and get a few players back fit and fired, and hopefully with Wirtz, it wasn't too serious. And he can start building on what was an encouraging performance. Let us know in the comment section if you're watching this part, listening, of course. Do get involved on social media. For those watching this free clip, head on over to redmenplus.com. We're going to go through the entire team and rank them as well. We're going to do that right now, in fact. That was a clip from the Player Ranking Show. If you'd like to check out the show in full in either video or podcast form, simply head to redmenplus.com.